Dear students, we continue with the chapter fractions. Today we begin a new topic, reciprocal of a fraction. A reciprocal of a fraction is also known as the multiplicative inverse of a fraction. Let us understand about it. If the numerator and denominator of a fraction are interchanged or exchanged without changing their sign, positive or negative, then the new fraction thus obtained is known as the reciprocal of the given fraction. The reciprocal of a fraction is also known as the multiplicative inverse of the fraction. I repeat, the reciprocal of a fraction is also known as the multiplicative inverse of the fraction. Now to find the reciprocal of a fraction, we have to just interchange the numerator and denominator, or we have to just exchange the numerator and denominator, and we get the reciprocal. We don't have to change the sign. If it is a positive fraction, the reciprocal will also have the same sign, and if it's a negative fraction, the reciprocal will also have the same sign. So while interchanging the numerator denominator of a fraction to find out the reciprocal, we do not change the sign. Thus, to find the reciprocal of a fraction, we just have to interchange or exchange the numerator and denominator. Let us see some examples. The first example of the fraction is given 3 upon 5. Now 3 upon 5's reciprocal will be 5 upon 3. Just the denominator 5 will go in the numerator and the numerator 3 will go in the denominator. So 3 upon 5 will become 5 upon 3. So 5 upon 3 is the reciprocal of 3 upon 5. 5 upon 3 is also known as the multiplicative inverse of 3 upon 5. The second example, 5 upon 7. 5 upon 7 reciprocal will be 7 upon 5. The numerator 5 will go in the denominator and the denominator 7 will go in the numerator. So to find out the reciprocal of the given fraction 5 upon 7, we just have to interchange the numerator denominator. So 5 upon 7 will become 7 upon 5. 7 upon 5 is known as the reciprocal of 5 upon 7. 7 upon 5 is also known as the multiplicative inverse of 5 upon 7. Third example, minus 9 upon 8. The reciprocal will be minus 8 upon 9. So denominator 8 will become the numerator 8 and the numerator 9 will become the denominator 9, while the negative sign will remain as it is. So the reciprocal of minus 9 upon 8 will be minus 8 upon 9. Minus 8 upon 9 is known as the reciprocal of minus 9 upon 8. Minus 8 upon 9 is also known as the multiplicative inverse of minus 9 upon 8. The fourth example, 4 upon 3. To find out the reciprocal of 4 upon 3, we just have to interchange or exchange the numerator denominator. Numerator 4 will go in the denominator and denominator 3 will go in the numerator. So 3 upon 4 will be the reciprocal of 4 upon 3. 3 upon 4 is also known as the multiplicative inverse of 4 upon 3. The fifth example, minus 13 upon 11. Minus 13 upon 11 has a negative sign and its reciprocal will also have a negative sign. The numerator 13 will become the denominator 13 and the denominator 11 will become the numerator 11. Without changing the sign, the reciprocal is found by interchanging the numerator denominator. So the reciprocal of minus 13 upon 11 is minus 11 upon 13. Minus 11 upon 13 is also known as the multiplicative inverse of minus 13 upon 11. So we just have to change the numerator denominator, or we just have to exchange the numerator denominator. We have to exchange or interchange the numerator denominator and we can find the reciprocal. We should not change the sign. The positive sign remains as positive or the negative sign remains as negative. So while finding the reciprocal, the sign does not change. The next topic. Negative sign in a fraction means Now suppose a fraction is given, minus sign is in the middle and 13 upon 11 is the fraction. Then this minus sign can be given either to the numerator or to the denominator. So minus 13 upon 11 with a negative sign in the middle is equal to minus 13 upon 11. So this minus sign can be given only to the numerator 13, and it can be written as minus 13 upon 11, or minus 13 upon 11 with the minus sign in the middle can be given to the denominator 11. So we can write minus 13 upon 11 as 13 upon minus 11. So the denominator 11 can be given negative sign. So either the numerator can be given negative sign or the denominator can be given negative sign. So it means that whenever a fraction has a negative sign in the middle, this negative sign can be given either to the numerator and make it minus 13 upon 11, or this minus sign in the middle can be given to the denominator and we can make the fraction as 13 upon minus 11. So I repeat again, the minus sign of the fraction can be given either to the numerator or to the denominator. The answer will not change, its value will be same, they will be equal. But it's very important to remember that this minus sign in the middle cannot be given to both of them. It cannot be given to the numerator and the denominator. The minus sign cannot be given to both the numerator and the denominator. So minus 13 upon 11 will not be minus 13 upon minus 11. So this minus sign, actually when we have learned the division rule, we have learned that the minus sign gets cancelled. So this becomes a positive answer. And this is a negative fraction. So they won't be equal. They are not equal. So the minus sign in the middle in a fraction means that only the numerator or either the denominator will have the negative sign. Both the numerator denominator cannot have the negative sign. If both the numerator denominator have the negative sign, they get cancelled because of the division rule of integers and they become a positive fraction. So this is a negative fraction, and if both of them are having negative sign, that is the numerator and denominator both of them have the negative sign, then it becomes a positive fraction. So they won't be equal. So I have written here minus 13 upon 11 is not equal to minus 13 upon minus 11. This is not equal to symbol. So this is a very important point to remember. The minus sign in the middle cannot be given to both of them. The minus sign cannot be given to both numerator and denominator. It can be given only to one of them, either to the numerator. The minus sign can be given either to the numerator or to either the denominator. The next topic, greater or smaller fraction. Number 1, if in unlike fraction the numerators are same and the denominators are different, then the fraction with greater denominator will have smaller value. Now we know in unlike fraction the denominators are different. But what if their numerators are same? Numerators are same and denominators are different. That means they are unlike fraction. So how can we say which of the fraction is smaller and which of the fraction is bigger? Or suppose we have to arrange them in ascending order or descending order. We should know the arrangement order. We have to remember that if the numerator is same and the denominators are different, then the fraction having greater denominator will actually be smaller fraction. So here if we observe in example 1 upon 7, 1 upon 11, 1 upon 9, 1 upon 5, 1 upon 8, 1 upon 11 has the biggest denominator. So since 11 is the biggest denominator, the fraction will actually be the smallest fraction, 1 upon 11. And we observe that their numerators are same and denominators are different. That means the biggest denominator is 11 and therefore 1 upon 11 will be the smallest fraction. So we have to arrange the fraction in the order of their values. The smaller fraction will be written first, then a little bigger fraction, then a bigger fraction. So in fact we are arranging in ascending order. So here 1 upon 11 is smaller than 1 upon 9, 1 upon 9 is smaller than 1 upon 8, 1 upon 8 is smaller than 1 upon 7, and 1 upon 7 is smaller than 1 upon 5. And I repeat, if in a group of fraction, if the numerators are same and the denominators are different, then the fraction with greater denominator will have smaller value, 3 upon 7, 3 upon 16, 3 upon 11, 3 upon 5, 3 upon 19. If we observe this group of fractions, we observe that they are having different denominators. Since the denominators are different, they are called unlike fraction. Since the denominators are different, they are called unlike fraction. But their numerators may or may not be same. In this particular case, the numerators are same, but denominators are different. So if in an unlike fraction, if the numerators are same and the denominators are different, then the fraction with greater denominator will have smaller value, and the fraction with smaller denominator will have greater value if the numerators are same. Now here the numerator 3 is same. So in order to arrange the fraction in order of increasing order of their value, then we have to find out the greatest denominator. Here 19 is the greatest denominator. So that fraction will have the smallest value. So 3 upon 19. Then the next number will be 16. Then 11. Then 7. Then 5. So 3 upon 19 will be less than 3 upon 16, and 3 upon 16 will be less than 3 upon 11, and 3 upon 11 will be less than 3 upon 7, and 3 upon 7 will be less than 3 upon 5. So again I repeat, in unlike fraction, if the denominators are different and numerators are same, then the fraction with greater denominator will have smaller value, and the fraction with smaller denominator will have greater value. We go to the next topic, like fractions. In like fractions, the numerators are different and the denominators are same. We know that in like fraction, the denominators are same while the numerators are different. Then such group of like fractions with smaller numerator will have smaller value. So in like fraction, the denominators are same, but numerators are different. So here, if we observe, in this group of fractions, the denominators are same. Everywhere, the denominators are 13, but the numerators are different. The denominators are same and the numerators are different. Then the fraction having smaller numerator will have value, and the fraction having greater denominator will have greater value. Here in this example we observe 15 is the denominator and 15 is common in all the fractions. That means this group of fractions are like fractions. 7 upon 15, 2 upon 15, 13 upon 15, 9 upon 15, 11 upon 15. These are group of like fractions. Now if we have to arrange them in ascending order from the smallest fraction to the greatest fraction, since their denominators are same, we have to check out the fraction having smaller numerator. Here 2 is the smallest numerator, and then bigger than 2 will be 7, then 9, then 11, then 13. So this fraction can be arranged very easily by writing as 2 upon 15 is less than 7 upon 15 is less than 9 upon 15 is less than 11 upon 15 is less than 13 upon 15. It means 2 upon 15 is less than 7 upon 15, and 7 upon 15 is less than 9 upon 15, and 9 upon 15 is less than 11 upon 15, and 11 upon 15 is less than 13 upon 15. If in a group of fractions the numerators are different and the denominators are also different, then the fractions have to first be converted into like fraction. Fractions having same denominator are called like fraction. So if both the numerators and denominators are different in a group of fraction, in order to arrange them in ascending order or descending order, first we have to convert them into like fraction. To convert any fraction into like fraction, we have to first remove the LCM of the denominator. To convert any fraction into like fraction, we have to first remove the LCM of the denominator. After finding the LCM of the denominator, both the numerator and denominator should be multiplied with the same factor of LCM. So we have to multiply a common factor of LCM with the numerator and denominator. So we have to multiply the factor of the LCM with the numerator also and with the denominator also. After multiplying the numerator and denominator with a common factor of the LCM, the new product which is obtained in the denominator of the new fraction should actually be the LCM integer. That means when we multiply the denominator with the common factor of LCM, the denominator obtained in the new fraction should be the LCM integer. Now we know in like fraction the numerators are different and denominators are same. Then only we can arrange them in ascending or descending order. Then the fraction with smaller numerator will have smaller value, and so we can arrange them in ascending order or descending order. Let us see an example. First example, 4 upon 10, 13 upon 15, 7 upon 20. Now the denominators are different, numerators are different. So in order to arrange them in ascending order or descending order, first we have to make the denominators same. To make the denominators same, we have to convert them into like fraction. That is, first we have to convert them into like fraction by finding LCM of the denominator. Now the LCM of 10, 15 and 20 we have to find out. So 20, 10 or 15, if we do the long division, 2 10s are 20, 2 5s are 10, 2 stable 15 doesn't come, so this 15 has to be carried down. In the next line, 2 5s are 10 and 2 stable 5 doesn't come, so this 5 has to be carried down. 15 also doesn't come in 2 stable, so this 15 has to be carried down. 15 comes in 3 stable, so using 3 stable we can divide. So 3 5s are 15, but the first two numbers 5 and 5 doesn't come in 3 stable, so we copy as it is. So this 5 is copied down and this 5 is copied down, and 3 5s are 15. So now we observe that all the numbers are 5, 5 and 5, and they come in 5 stable. So using the prime factor 5, we can divide these 3 numbers. 5 1s are 5, 5 1s are 5 and 5 1s are 5. So this long division has to be done till all the numbers are converted into 1, and then we can find the LCM answer. So where the LCM will be the product of these 4 numbers in the extreme left boxes. So LCM of 20, 10 and 15 will be 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. So 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 5s are 60. So LCM will be 60. So we have to convert this fraction in such a manner that the denominator becomes 60. Here 10 should become 60, 15 should become 60, 20 should become 60. So 4 upon 10 should be multiplied with such a number that we get 60. Now 10 multiplied by 6 is equal to 60. So 10 6 are 60. So the same number has to be multiplied up also. So in the numerator also we have to multiply 6. In the denominator we have multiplied 6. So the same common factor should be multiplied in the numerator also. So 4 6 are 24 and 10 6 are 60. So here we get the LCM integer in the denominator. Our answer is 24 upon 60. In the second example, 13 upon 15, 15 should be multiplied with such a number that the LCM integer 60 should be obtained. 15 multiplied by which number do we get 60? 15 4s are 60. So since we get 15 4s are 60, the same factor of LCM should be multiplied in the numerator also. So in the numerator also we have to multiply 4. 13 4s are 52 and 15 4s are 60. So 13 upon 15 becomes 52 upon 60. So the new fraction thus obtained is 52 upon 60, and in the new fraction the denominator will be the LCM integer. In the third example, 7 upon 20, here the denominator 20 has to be multiplied with such a number that we get the LCM integer 60. So 20 is multiplied with 3, we get 60. 23s are 60. So the same common factor of the LCM should be multiplied in the numerator also. So in the numerator also we will multiply 3. 7 3s are 21. So 7 upon 20 becomes 21 upon 60. So the new fraction thus obtained will be having the LCM integer in the denominator, 21 upon 60. The first fraction is 4 upon 10. It is converted into 24 upon 60. The second fraction is 13 upon 15. It is converted into 52 upon 60. The third fraction is 7 upon 20. It is converted into 21 upon 60. So here all the three fractions are having 60 as the denominator. Hence we can call them like fraction. Once they become like fraction, it is very easy to arrange them in ascending order or descending order. Now if we observe 21 is smaller than 24 and 24 is smaller than 52. Hence we can arrange the fraction in ascending order. 21 upon 60 is less than 24 upon 60 and 24 upon 60 is less than 52 upon 60. Hence these answers can be arranged in ascending order by arranging the original question in ascending order. The smallest fraction was 21 upon 60. So 21 upon 60's question was 7 upon 20. So we'll write 7 upon 20 as the first fraction, which is the smallest fraction. The second fraction will be 24 upon 60. 24 upon 60 is actually equal to 4 upon 10. So instead of 24 upon 60, we will write the original question, that is 4 upon 10. And the third fraction is, or the greatest fraction is 52 upon 60. 52 upon 60 is the equivalent fraction of 13 upon 15. So instead of 52 upon 60, we can write its original question, that is 13 upon 15. So the three fractions can be arranged in ascending order or descending order depending on their values. So the smallest fraction is 7 upon 20. 7 upon 20 is smaller than 4 upon 10 and 4 upon 10 is smaller than 13 upon 15. We go to the next example B, where three fractions are given and we have to arrange them in ascending order or descending order. The first fraction is 17 upon 24, then 5 upon 6 and the third fraction is 13 upon 18. In order to arrange them in ascending or descending order, we have to first convert them into like fraction, as their denominators are different and numerators are different. So in order to compare them, first their denominators have to be made same. By making the denominators same, we are actually converting the fraction into like fraction. So first we have to convert the given fraction into like fraction by finding the LCM of the denominator and using the factors of the LCM for multiplying and getting the equivalent fraction. So we have to find out the LCM of denominator. The LCM of 24, 6 and 18 has to be found out. So we write in the rough column the three numbers, that is the three denominators we have to write down, 24, 6 and 18. While using the long division, we have to remember we can use only prime numbers for dividing. Either 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47, 53, 59, 61, 67, 71, 73, 79, 83, 89 or 97. These are the prime numbers. Only prime numbers should be used in long division for finding out the factors of the given numbers, for finding out the LCM of the given numbers. So for finding out the LCM of the given numbers, we have to use prime numbers only. So the first prime number 2 can be used, since 24, 6 and 18 are even numbers. They come in 2's table. So we can divide it 24, 6 and 18 with 2's table. 2 12s are 24, 2 3s are 6, 2 9s are 18. Again I repeat, 2 12s are 24, 2 3s are 6, 2 9s are 18. Now 12 can be divided with 2, so but 3 and 9 cannot be divided, so we just have to copy 3 and 9 as it is. While 12 can be divided with 2, so we continue with 2's table. 2 6 are 12 and 2's table 3 doesn't come, so 3 we have to copy down. 2's table 9 doesn't come, so 9 we have to copy down. Now this 6 can be further divided by 2. So again we continue using 2's table. 2 3s are 6, but 2's table 3 doesn't come, so this 3 is copied down, and 9 doesn't come in 2's table, so 9 also has to be copied down. So 3, 3 and 9. Now here 2's table cannot be used. So now we go to the next prime number after 2. The next prime number after 2 is 3. 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3 and 3 3s are 9. So 3, 3 and 9 can be divided using 3's table. 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. So we get the next line. Again, the last number 3 can be divided with 3's table. So we divide it with the prime number 3. 3 1s are 3. And this one we copy it down, and this one also we copy down. This long division we have to continue doing till all the numbers in the last row becomes 1. Now the last row is 1 in each of the numbers column. Hence the LCM will be the extreme outer column. The outer column is 2, 2, 2, 3 and 3. So these numbers when multiplied will get the LCM. So 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2, 8, 8 3s are 24, 24 3s are 72. So we multiply them together and find the LCM. The LCM of 24, 6 and 18 will be 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So the answer will be 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24, 24 3s are 72. The LCM will be 72. So these three integers have to be converted and their equivalent fraction has to be found out such that the equivalent fraction should have denominator 72. The denominator should be the LCM integer when we convert the given fraction into their equivalent fraction. 17 upon 24 can be multiplied with 3 because 24 3s are 72. So 24 multiplied by 3 is 72. So here in the denominator we get the LCM integer. So 24 3s are 72. Hence the numerator also should be multiplied with the same common factor of the LCM, that is 3. So in the denominator we have multiplied 3. So in the numerator also we have to multiply 3. 17 3s are 51, 24 3s are 72. So the equivalent fraction of 17 upon 24 is 51 upon 72. And we get the LCM integer in the denominator. The next fraction is 5 upon 6. 5 upon 6 should be multiplied with such a number that in the denominator we should get 72. Now in the denominator 6 is there. When 6 is multiplied with 12, we get 72. 6 12s are 72. 6 12s are 72. Since 12 is multiplied with the denominator, the same number should also be multiplied with the numerator 5. So 12 is multiplied with 6. So 12 also should be multiplied with 5. 5 12s are 60 and 6 12s are 72. So the equivalent fraction of 5 upon 6 will be 60 upon 72 such that the denominator will have the LCM integer 72. The third fraction 13 upon 18. 13 upon 18 should be multiplied with such a number that in the denominator we have to get 72. So when 18 is multiplied with 4, we get 72. 18 4s are 72. 18 4s are 72. Since in the denominator we are multiplying 4, in the numerator also we have to multiply the same common factor of the LCM, that is 4. In denominator we have multiplied with 4, so in the numerator 13 should also be multiplied with 4. 13 4s are 52. 18 4s are 72. So the equivalent fraction of 13 upon 18 will be 52 upon 72 such that the denominator will be the LCM integer 72. Here in all the three fractions newly obtained after converting the given question into their equivalent fraction, each of them will have the LCM integer 72 in the denominator. Here 51 upon 72, 60 upon 72 and 52 upon 72. So we can call them like fraction because their denominators are same. Now they are converted into like fraction. We can easily arrange them in ascending or descending order. To arrange them in ascending order, the smallest numerator has to be seen. 51 is smaller than 52 and then 52 is smaller than 60. So we can write down the fraction in ascending order. 51 upon 72 is less than 52 upon 72 and 52 upon 72 is less than 60 upon 72. To arrange the original fraction in their ascending order, we just have to write the question of this given fractions which we had calculated. 51 upon 72 is actually equal to 17 upon 24. So 51 upon 72, instead of that we have to write 17 upon 24. 52 upon 72 is actually equal to 13 upon 18. So instead of 52 upon 72 we have to write 13 upon 18. And 60 upon 72 is actually equal to 5 upon 6. So instead of 60 upon 72 we have to write 5 upon 6. Hence we can say 17 upon 24 is less than 13 upon 18 and 13 upon 18 is less than 5 upon 6.